Well, hello there. Today we have a nice little show about this new resin I've been sent. The company called Cretbee has sent me to test their resin from China, and they've sent me this beautiful big bottle so I can make lots of prints today and show you how good this actual resin is. Now, this is a high tough ABS resin for your 3D printers, and it's a stronger resin than normal. You got a flexure strength of 52 and hardness of 80, and textile strength 31, and elongation break at 68. So it's a very strong, tough resin. And of course, if you're doing small miniatures and you've got some very delicate little parts, this resin is going to be much better for your needs. So let me print off some nice prints and we'll see how it turns out. Okay, so the first print is Droopy McCool from the Max Rebo band, and I wanted to print this one out because of this flute, and the flute is super delicate and tiny, and this resin really has done it proud. It's come out perfect. And it's a very nice clean print and super strong. Look, I can wiggle that, and you got the flexibility there, and it feels strong. It doesn't feel like that's going to break at all. So very impressed with that. Another one, these are all Legion scale Star Wars prints, by the way. We got Bib Fortuna, and I mean, you got the tiny little finger there, and that's come out fab. So again, absolutely superb print, and it is very strong. We got Max Rebo with his piano, and the detail is just absolutely beautiful. Absolutely wonderful print. Very impressed how this came out. And of course, I've printed out a Jabba the Hutt. Again, super print. The resin is very nice. We've done a Princess Leia in slave girl outfit, and the detail is just perfect. Absolutely, the print is just super high quality. Look at those little fingers there. Every single little finger perfectly printed. So this resin is very good, and of course it's really strong. It's a real tough, strong. Yeah, they're not going to be breaking anytime soon. And of course we got one last print, and what I printed was a nice large one. Now this is a Warhammer troll, and it's absolutely beautiful. Now, the thing with this troll I wanted to print out, it's got some very fine parts on it, so this is what I wanted the resin for. And see this part here, it's a very thin part. You can bend it, it's not snapping, but there's lots of movement and play in the actual resin, but it's not actually breaking, it's just moving around, so you'll be able to paint it. All the tiny areas are flexible. See, it's all flexible, but it's not breaking at all. And even down to the fine fawns, it's all very nicely done. So it's a very nice resin. Very nice resin indeed. So this is the Swamp Troll. So it's highly recommended. Now, this company that I got the resin from, let me just get some focus back. Now, this company I got the resin from, they have very kindly given me links below the video to get discounts on all these different types. They've got many different types of resins, and they've also given me a discount code for all you channel watchers. So on a final note, I would like to say I've been using cheap resin. I've been using this one. This is Sunlow. There's lots of resins you can use for your 3D printers. Now the Sunlow resin is again a very cheap resin from eBay, and it does work and do the job. And you do get very nice prints. The same with the original Anycubic resin. So I've been using the Anycubic resin, and it's a Sunlow resin, because this one is definitely a cheap and cheerful resin, but it does the job. But this resin here, it's more like a premium. It's more like a premium resin. So if you want a stronger, better quality, a very sharp quality print, I would go for this Cretbee resin, and then I'd go for after that I'd go for my Anycubic, the resin for the Anycubic printers, and then of course I would go for the cheaper Sunlow. If you're doing multiple loads of miniatures, then of course go for the cheaper option. But if you're doing some really high quality miniatures, like I've done my Swamp Troll, then the 3D printer resin from Cretbee, you're not going to go far wrong. And of course, with the code below, you're going to get it cheaper as well. So, until next time.